How are you today? Happy Thursday. Now Thursdays are typically a day where Celine, our acne expert, along with our senior acne specialist, Morgan, go live, but I am hijacking today's live to reveal a brand new monthly series that I'm really excited to bring you guys. So this new series is inspired by an Art of Skincare very own wedding that is happening today, as well as inspired by the clients that we get that reach out to us sometimes as little as a couple of weeks before, or maybe the month before a major event. So I wanted to put together this series for you all that will be a month by month following with me, going over what I'd like to refer to as a 6-month glow up. So if you have ever spoken to one of our licensed estheticians, whether it be via one of our consultation programs or a live chat, you'll know that we typically say that we start to see results when we're starting a new professional skincare routine within the first 5 to 6 weeks, just because our cell turnover as we age does start to slow down. So what's wonderful is that yes, we start to see those great results, or start to see those results at that first 5 to 6 week mark, but by the time we hit that 6-month mark, that is when we really see that change. And so without further ado, I want to really take you through the do's and don'ts of preparing for the big day. So whether you are the bride or the mother of the bride, or you just have a big event coming up like a high school reunion, a family reunion, or if you just want to know what steps should I follow to have this 6-month glow up, so to speak, I am here for you the last Thursday of every month for the next 6 months. Now, if you're watching this in the future, or if you're curious about where to find these videos in the future, if you can't watch the full thing today, all of this series can be found along with all of our other videos in our video center at artofskincare.com. Now, as I said, we're going to be walking through these next several months, the do's and don'ts of skincare relative to this timeline. The good news is that being at the 6-month mark, there's not a lot of don'ts. We have a lot of freedom to kind of get a boost into our routine. So with that being said, when we're getting started on a glow up of any means, we need to meet you where you are. So whether that means that you have an established system and you're just like, I'm trying everything, but you're not sticking to any one routine, this is a great time to hone it in or to boost your routine. Or if you're just starting from scratch, this is a fantastic time for you to start on a very streamlined professional skincare routine to help you meet your goals. I have developed 3 very streamlined routines for 3 clients, so to speak. This was inspired by 3 clients of ours. And so I hope that it brings you inspiration as well. And I will also be boosting these systems each month, or modifying these systems so that you can go on this journey along with me. With that in mind, of course, no 2 faces are the same. So if you're wanting a little bit more customization from the 3 routines that I have put together, please make sure that you take advantage of our free skincare checkups. All Art of Skincare members get unlimited free skincare checkups. You can find that when you're logged in our rewards center. So if you are starting from scratch, here are 3 fantastic routines that you can pull inspiration from. Now, the first routine is for our acne-prone client. Now, if you are someone who is currently suffering from regular breakouts, and if you are trying to get clear, then right now is the best time for you to enroll in our acne coaching program. That is a 16-week long program. We have a 98% success rate in getting our clients clear. And that is going to be the direction that you want to take. This acne safe routine is just a really nice, lovely boost for those that are already clear, maybe mostly clear, but wanting to get in some nice, healthy aging benefits into their acne safe routine. So that is where our new product line comes in, ClearStem. So we're gonna start off with, and this is a 4-step routine, daytime and nighttime. So like I said, I want to make these really, really approachable for you guys. So day and night, we're gonna be using the Gentle Clean Cleanser. This is packed with antioxidants, with vitamin C. It's highly anti-inflammatory, and really just provides the skin with really nice natural brightening qualities. So if you're an individual that is acne prone and suffers from PIH, this is a boosted cleanser. That isn't to say that it's overly active. This is a cleanser you could use every day, twice daily. It's great for all skin types. It has a really lovely, subtle citrus scent to it. And that really makes it a really approachable cleanser. It also has green tea in it. So again, leaning towards that anti-inflammatory benefits. Next is going to be the Bounce Back Serum. This is the golden child of the ClearStem line. This has growth factors and peptides and really just leaves your skin looking and feeling juicy and healthy and plump. So this right here is a fantastic way to address acne scarring, again, in addition to this cleanser. So this also, as a fun fact, can replace your Hydra Balance. So if you are a Face Reality client of ours and you're wanting to boost your routine, you can do that by bringing in some of the ClearStem products just to amplify the steps that you're already doing. So again, this can replace Hydra Balance before your acne med. So there is that as well. Now next is going to be step 3, is going to be HYDRAGLOW. HYDRAGLOW is packed with hyaluronic acid in plant stem cells. Plant stem cells are powerhouses for antioxidant support. This here is also very buildable. So while you put on one layer and you're like, okay, that feels nice, but I feel like I need a little bit more, you can give yourself an additional layer of hydration with this moisturizer without feeling weighed down or sticky or oily. I personally love a buildable moisturizer because some days I'm drier than others. And so I like having that accessibility within a moisturizer that I already have in my arsenal without having to layer on something else. So that again is HYDRAGLOW from ClearStem. It's also a really wonderful way to prep your skin for retinol if you haven't been on a retinol, because it does have bakuchiol in it as well. Now, as our 4th step for the morning routine, that is going to be with their YOUARESUNSHINE, which is just my favorite thing. I think it's such a lovely affirmation to see during the day, first thing, but this is their YOUARESUNSHINE SPF. This has Centella asiatica in it, so we're seeing a pattern here, right? Lots of antioxidant support, okay? So this here is a powerhouse of an SPF because it has that antioxidant support, but it has a really light tint to it. Not enough to where you feel like you're putting on foundation or like a hardy BB cream, but just enough to kind of match your skin tone, blur those imperfections. As much as I don't care for that phrasing, for lack of better phrasing, that's what it does. And I especially love that it has this really lovely moussey consistency to it, and it dries down satin to a nice satin finish. So it's not fully glossy and it's not fully matte. It's just kind of right there in the middle, but it has a really lovely finish. Now, I did promise that we're going to be sticking to minimal steps morning and evening for this acne safe routine when we're starting our 6-month journey. So the one thing that's going to switch out in the evening is that rather than using Bounce Back serum, you're going to bring in Hale and Hush's Rare Mandelic serum. Now, Rare Mandelic, we've talked about it before. I personally tested this product for several weeks. I've always loved Hale and Hush, but this is a really fascinating product from Hale and Hush because they're known for being kind of the gentle line, right? A very approachable line. And while this is an incredibly approachable serum, it is stacked. This not only has mandelic acid, it has lactic acid, it has L-ascorbic acid, the form of vitamin C. It also has 2 fruit enzymes in it. So this, my friends, if you're looking for a mandelic that leans more towards brightening, then Rare Mandelic is for you. So this is going to be your nighttime corrective, whereas during the day, we had Bounce Back. So that right there, my friends, is your morning and evening streamlined acne safe routine that you can use when you're starting out this 6-month journey with me, okay? Now, next, this is for our sensitive skinned clients, okay? So whether you have active rosacea or you're just prone to redness or have a sensitivity or a history of sensitivity, should I say, this is a wonderful starting place for you. So we're going to enter the world of Michele Corley. I feel like Michele Corley is this unsung hero of a product line that we have because they have such wonderful products for all skin types. But I love leaning towards them when I'm working with someone who is sensitive. Again, whether that be sensitive to ingredients or sensitive to fragrance, this is a perfect starting system for you. So we are starting out with Gentle Cleansing Milk. This is scent-free and it has licorice root in it, which we know is highly anti-inflammatory and very soothing and very calming. So I absolutely love this. As the name suggests, it is really milky in consistency, but I do feel like it dries clear, it rinses, I should say, cleaner than some other cream cleansers that I've tried in the past. So I'm a huge fan of that. So again, if you're sensitive to fragrance and just overall sensitive to most products you feel like you try, this is a really great place to start. Now we have the Rejuvenating Peptide and Stem Cell Serum. As much as I love this product and I personally use it at home, I always feel the need to read off the bottle because it is a bit of a mouthful, but for good reason. This is a fantastic serum, again, for all skin types, but particularly sensitive skin types that are wanting a boost in the healthy skin category, that healthy aging category. So this is for you. Now, as the name suggests, this is loaded with stem cells, it's loaded with peptides, it's loaded with hyaluronic acid. So you're getting a really lovely skin-loving peptide, skin-loving hydrator serum all in one. So this is going to be your corrective, so to speak, but leaning more towards nourishment. I feel like oftentimes when we think about correctives, we think about something that needs to be active. And most of the time that is correct, but when we're a sensitive skin type, I want us to take a step back. And again, this whole starting system is about meeting you where you are. So if you have a history of sensitive skin, if you have sensitive skin now or are prone to redness or rosacea, and you want to get on those hardy correctives, the first thing that we need to do is calm down that skin's barrier. We need to soothe your skin's microbiome so that it's in a really great place to take on those correctives when the time comes. Otherwise, you're just working against yourself. So this is a great place to start. Now, I want to keep things simple, but when we're working with sensitive skin or a tendency towards redness or rosacea, licorice root is our best friend. So in an effort to keep my promise and keeping things really streamlined for you, what I'd like you to do if you're starting this system is take a few drops of the licorice root additive and add it to your 1 pump of the Peptide Rejuvenating Stem Cell Serum. Now these two can be used morning and evening together. Now, next is going to be the Rich and Radiant Peptide Rich and Radiant Eye Cream. Again, this is fantastic for sensitive skin types. It has no scent to it whatsoever. And what's lovely about it is, I've said it before on other lives, but I have very sensitive eyes. So this is a seal of approval by someone who has difficulty finding products that work well for her around her eyes. That is the Peptide Rich and Radiant Eye Cream. Again, as the name suggests, I love Michele Corley because she takes the guesswork out of understanding what a product does. This is packed with peptides. This is really lovely for giving your skin nourishment, but again, some healthy aging support and in boosting elasticity and collagen synthesis. So this is really, really wonderful. Our final step here is going to be our Calming Moisture Cream. This here is packed with peptides, rosehip oil, and vitamin E. So this is really, really lovely. It is quite rich. It does have a really luxurious feel to it. With that in mind, I don't feel that it's overly heavy, especially if you're someone who is prone to dehydration or just general dryness. It is something that I find that you can wear during the day. So it's not something I want to dissuade you. Now during the day, just to keep things again nice and streamlined, you can use the SPF of your choice, or for this routine, I'm going back to the You Are Sunshine from ClearStem. Again, it's just really wonderful for all skin types, especially sensitive skin types, or obviously those that are prone to acne. So there's that. But with that in mind, the best SPF is one that you are excited to use. So if you have any of our other SPFs that you prefer to use, that is just fine. That's a step that you can leave to your own. But when we're starting this 6-month journey together, one of the biggest things that I can encourage you to do is to wear your sunscreen. And I know that I sound like a broken record as an esthetician saying something like that, but it really is one of those biggest contributors to premature signs of aging, is not only sun exposure, but environmental exposure. And so finding a sunscreen that not only provides you with UVA and UVB coverage, but also has added antioxidants or goodies to it, is a really wonderful thing for your glow up or just for your general healthy aging journey. So there is that for you, my friends. Now our next person, so that is it. So now we have gone through our acne safe routine, streamlined, as well as our streamlined sensitive skin routine. Now we are going on to the normal skin type. You are someone that, let's say, you haven't really dabbled into professional skincare. You're not sure where to start, and you don't really have any one major concern. You just want a good baseline to be able to build off of, to just, again, focus on healthy aging. Then this streamlined routine is for you. And for this, I am pulling from Rhonda Allison. So Rhonda Allison, if you've been with Art of Skincare for a while, you know that we know her, we love her. She has been with us for a long time. Rhonda Allison is what Gina, our founder and CEO, started her spa with. So as with all of our products, Rhonda Allison is tested and tried and true by the AOS team. So without further ado, here is your normal skinned, great starting path for your healthy aging journey. And that is going to start with the Gentle Peptide Cleanser. This has goat milk and amaranth. It is really soothing, and even though it has a bit of a milkier consistency to it, it surprisingly rinses very clean and leaves your skin feeling super, super like cleaned and refreshed without feeling stripped. So the best way to use any cleanser, but particularly a Rhonda Allison cleanser, is to take a pump or two of your cleanser, apply it to dry hands, and then apply that to a dry face. You're going to work that in until you can't move any further, you lose that slip. And then you're going to grab in some water and then emulsify. Best case scenario is that you're cleansing your skin for at least 3 minutes per day, or excuse me, at least 1 minute per day. But if possible, up to 3 minutes. This is really just going to set your skin up for success. And in not only allowing those gentle surfactants to break down that surface tension of your skin so that you're actually getting water hydration. You are feeding your skin hydration just by cleansing, but it also sets up a nice baseline for the rest of your products to be able to work at their full efficacy without having to work too hard. So by cleansing your skin very well with a gentle cleanser day and night, you're ultimately setting your skin up for success. Our second step is going to be the C-Peptide complex. I love C-Peptide complex. This is a little powerhouse in tiny packaging. This has L-ascorbic acid in it, so obviously it is packed with antioxidants. It is a really, L-ascorbic acid is an exfoliating form of vitamin C. So we're really helping to stimulate that collagen production. So this is a wonderful serum for when you're starting out. Again, we're keeping it as simple as possible. You can use this every day, twice per day. So our final step for this streamlined routine is going to be amino peptide hydration. Amino peptide hydration is a cult favorite. It's a staff favorite, and for good reason. This hydrator is deceptively lightweight. It feels so lightweight going on, but it's actually really wonderfully hydrating. So I would say that this works for all skin types except for those that are acne prone, or if you're very dry. If you're very dry, this won't quite provide you all of the hydration that you need. But again, we're working on the normal skin type archetype for this system here. And then again, partner it with your SPF of choice. When we're having such a simple routine here, I would prefer to go with Clinical's Extreme Protect, only because not only are you getting that SPF 40, but you're also getting those wonderful antioxidant supports as well as those extreme enzymes. So you are quite literally bubble wrapping your skin's DNA to give you that UVA and UVB protection, but also a boost in environmental protection. So literally 4 steps in the morning, 3 steps at night. You really can't get more streamlined than that. So again, we went through our acne safe streamlined routine. We're starting out, we have nothing in our cabinets. If we do, we're like, you know what? I just want to start from scratch. These are those 3 routines for you. So acne safe, sensitive skin, and then just normal, where is it that I start? Now again, this is a monthly routine. The last Thursday of every month, I will be going live to quite literally walk you through what you should be doing or starting at or avoiding in month 6, month 5, month 4, and so on, up until we reach that big day. Again, whether you are the bride or you're just wanting to get set up for a future event that you have going on, or if you're just getting started in your healthy skin journey, follow us along or follow me along for the next 6 months, and I will actually be going through these steps with you. So this isn't just for the starter. If you're just now tuning in, this isn't just for the starter. I just wanted to create a really lovely starting place for if that does fit you. If you fit into that category, I wanted to give you a great place to start, okay? Or pull inspiration from. If you already have an existing routine like myself, but you're wanting to boost your results and don't really know where to start, the great news is that we are officially currently in fall season. Even though I'm a spring baby, fall has my heart ultimately. And I especially love it because as we enter into the cooler months, we get a lot more freedom in terms of what our skin is able to handle relative to the environment that we're experiencing. So if you're looking to boost your routine, or if you're just getting started and you want a good kickstart, then this is for you. So the Is Clinical Peel System. I have used this system in its entirety twice. So this system traditionally can be used, or excuse me, traditionally is used every other day. So I'll go ahead and open this up for you so you can see. I love this system because of how flexible it is. It bends with you. So let's say that you get this system and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna use this every other day. I'm going to do it on time and I'm going to be really consistent with it. But life happens, as it ultimately does sometimes. You can rest assured that you can use this, let's say every other day, but then you forget to use it for a couple of weeks. You're not hurting your skin's progress. It's a really lovely thing about this system. So before teaching you how to use it traditionally, we have clients, excuse me, that will use this step 1 and 2 as, let's say, like their their weekly facial. Or their weekly exfoliant, right? We have others that will use it a couple times per week, but there's also the traditional way of using it, which is the way that I prefer to use it for myself personally, which is where every other evening, you're gonna give yourself a good cleanse, okay? So any of the cleansers that we discussed today are perfect for you. Then there is no guessing about what you're supposed to do here. You take this step 1 packet, and you open it up and it's just a nice cute little towelette. I also did a video on this previously just a few weeks ago, so you can look for that to see the application process. You're just gonna take this packet 1, put it all over your freshly cleansed skin. I also like to do my neck, behind the ears, my chest, okay? You're gonna wait 3 minutes. This here has a little bit of a stingle to it, nothing unapproachable though. After those 3 minutes, then you're going to use step 2. Step 2 is your soothing step. This is also packed with extreme enzymes and it feels really, really just cooling and refreshing. So step 1, wait 3 minutes. Step 2, wait 3 minutes, and then apply your moisturizer for the night, and that's it. You're not going to apply any other serums. If you'd like to apply your eye cream or eye serum, that's your prerogative, but honestly, I just like to leave it just like that. Cleanse, peel system, and then moisturize. And again, this is to be used every other evening. So there are 15 packs of this. So this is a full month system. Now, I will say, of course, everyone is different. Everyone's skin is different. That's what makes us all so beautiful. But just so that I could give you my experience. My experience is that I have, honestly, right now it's leaning more towards normal, but traditionally I have a history of having easily dehydrated skin or leaning towards drier skin. The 2 times that I've used this system, I used it every other day as directed, and while I did feel some tightness to my skin, I didn't have any visible flaking, which was pretty exciting. I also really love a self-neutralizing peel, meaning that I don't have to rinse anything off. I like things that work easy for me. Even as an esthetician, I'm only human. So again, I love how approachable this system is. And as hardy as these ingredients are, they're really wonderful across the board for all skin types. So again, if you are just wanting a really solid kickstart to your system, or if you're looking for that seasonal kind of boost to your routine, this is a fantastic and safe place to go, okay? Now, going off of that, right? You have a routine. You are happy with it, but you're wanting to boost. There is no better time of year than to get yourself on a retinol or vitamin A product in general. So Gina just did a fantastic live 2 days ago. So it'll just be the video just before this if you wanted to take a look at that, where she goes over all of her favorite retinols. And Gina, our fearless leader and CEO, she is an absolute wealth of knowledge. So I implore you to go watch that video. But while you're here, if you are just starting out and you've never used a retinol before, there's a few places that you can start, but my favorite would be Sorella Apothecary's Resurfacing Elixir. Now, Sorella Apothecary's Resurfacing Elixir has a really lovely creamy consistency to it. Again, I found that I was able to go into using it full time. So when I say full time for retinol, personally for me, that's going to be 6 nights per week, 5 to 6 nights per week, with giving my skin a night or 2 off per week. And I was able to go into that full time. It's also really nice because it's boosted with bakuchiol as well as vitamin C. So it's a really lovely brightening retinaldehyde that works well for some sensitive skin types as well. With that in mind, if you do have a history of sensitive skin, reach out to us on live chat. We'll see if this is the best option for you. Again, we have plenty of other options, but this is just my favorite personally when I'm just starting out on a retinol. Now, if you've been on a retinaldehyde for a while, okay, the natural progression is going to go to Rhonda Allison's Retinol Supreme. This has been a long favorite of Gina's, and this is hearty. This is a fantastic formula. It soaks right into the skin. And when starting this out, when you're boosting, if you're going from full-time to retinaldehyde to using Retinol Supreme, I'm sure that you would be fine with using it every evening, but I always like to err on the side of caution when I'm introducing a new active. For the first week of introducing a retinol, go ahead and use it for 3 nights in a row, and then take the rest of the week off. Then the next week, you could use it every other day, and then seeing how your skin responds to that, then you can go in with using it full time, so to speak. So that is just a really safe but progressive way to use your retinol. Now, let's say that you've been on Retinol Supreme full time, or you've been on Emipel Night Cream full time, and you're wanting a boost from there. Then that's when the Clinical retinol emulsions would come into play. And these not only have retinol, they have bakuchiol as well as several other boosters that make it to where the percentage of this being 0.3 or 1% is not entirely indicative of its strength because it has so many other supportive factors in it. What's also wonderful is that we love Clinical for their antioxidants, which this has, but it also is boosted with those extreme enzymes. So again, you're getting protective support along with a really, really hearty retinol. So those right there, my friends, are great ways to boost your system. Now, this is also the best time. Again, we're at that 6-month mark, okay? We're just getting started on our routines, on our system, or we're boosting our systems for that big day down the road, okay? This would be the best time if you haven't received professional skincare services like a facial and you're curious about them. This would be the time to do so. Again, we're at the 6-month mark. We have half a year away from our big day. This is the time where we have a lot of do's that we can take advantage of. As we start to wind down closer to that big day or closer to that event, we often find that that is when clients tend to go for that facial, right? Just a couple of weeks before the big day. And that is something that we'll cover when we get there, but so I'm saying it now. The 6-month mark, 5-month mark, 4-month mark, this is where we really want to get those facial services. So you want to be honest with your esthetician. If you're getting an in-person facial service, be honest with your esthetician about what you're working towards, that you have a big day coming up, and please, please be as explicitly honest with your esthetician about what you're using and how long you've been using it so that they know what your skin has been exposed to. Also letting your esthetician know if you are on any medications, if you've been on antibiotics recently. All of these things can affect the microbiome of the skin. So it's really important to share with your esthetician. Now, of course, we are here for you virtually, all the time, Monday through Friday. You reach out, and we also do have our consultation programs. So if you're someone who is a little bit shyer about going to an in-person facialist, that's just fine. That's what we're here for. And again, this is a great time to start one of our consultation programs. They are 16 weeks long, and you're partnered with either our acne specialist or our healthy skin specialist like myself or like Morgan. So I do hope that that is helpful. And there we have it. That is my advice. I was hoping to keep it as streamlined as possible for the first month. Again, this is a monthly series where I will be walking through these motions with you. My best friend is getting married in 6 months. And so even though I have a really set in place routine, I am challenging myself to be more regular with my skin devices, my tools at home. So I hope to go along and kind of partner along with you all in this journey. I hope that you're able to take inspiration from today, but if you need more customized recommendations, you know where to find us at artofskincare.com. Now, as a sneak peek, I hope that you join me next month because we're going to be going over body care. So we're talking neck, décolleté, arms, hands, full body, because that is one thing that we often forget about when it comes to preparing for the big day. So I hope you all have had a wonderful week so far, and I hope you have an incredible rest of your day, and I hope to see you next month.